I've been learning this over the years, but I think it really started to hit home in 2022 was the realities of money and fame. And I want to make something very clear. I'm not famous. I'm definitely no celebrity. I'm not famous, but I am very, very well known, and I'm definitely very public. And it's insane. I probably spend $150,000 a month just on protection. What I mean by that is lawyers, a good family office to actually manage my operations, manage all the headaches that come around, all the compliance, all the this, that. So as I said, lawyers, family office, security. I have a whole workforce. I have a whole team behind me. Multiple staff. As I said, probably almost $2 million a year I have to spend just on security. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, every single month, we try to hack into my own stuff. My own team hacks into my own stuff. It's something known as penetration testing, and it's a very arduous, very timely, and very expensive task. Everything from that to simple stuff. My mom isn't allowed to use her real name anymore. I don't let her, my team doesn't let her. When she goes to a coffee shop, if she's at Starbucks, she doesn't say her name anymore. She has to use a different name. And I know that might sound ridiculous. I know that might sound crazy to you guys. And bear in mind, 3 years ago, I didn't need to do this stuff. As I've gotten more and more public, as I've become more and more of a target, ladies and gentlemen, one day, I'm sure in 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, I will tell you guys the war that I go through. Every single day I wake up and it's something new. My life is not very peaceful. It's some new crazy thing I need to go through. And when I say the realities of money and fame, this is what I mean. Everyone thinks they want to have tens of millions of dollars a year and all this fame and all this stuff. I can tell you right now, it comes with a lot of baggage. And I'll tell you what one of my guys, basically, he basically just calls it insurance. Touch wood, you never need insurance. But when you do, you need it really bad. And that's a little bit what cybersecurity and physical security is like. Most of the time, you don't need it. But when you need it really bad. And most people aren't prepared for this stuff. Everything from that to just life adjustments. If you ever meet me in Dubai, come up, say hi, no worries. And to be honest, wherever you are in the world, I kind of talk about money and fame, the reality of it. Let me tell you something, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. It puts a massive, massive smile on my face. I don't care who I'm with, I will always stop. I'll always have a chat. Most importantly, I will always ask you your name. I want to know a little bit about you. I want to know how you found out my stuff. Now, bear in mind, this is very, very rare, but if you come up to me and you're like, oh, I think I saw you on TikTok once, can I get a photo? You don't know me, you just want a photo because you think I'm someone important. I might not even be someone important at all. I may be a horrible person. But as I said, that's very, very, very rare. That's the only time where I'm not really willing to, entertain something. But 99% of the time when someone comes up to me, they go, hey, I love your videos, or hey, I love your perspective on this, or I watched your video 6 years ago, or hey, you're the reason that I believe that I could do it because I watched you as a broke 15-year-old that you can't afford to eat a 15-pound meal. It's too much money. So that's why I was on a diet of pot noodle, and I don't know if any of you guys, for everyone else, just ignore this, but for everyone from Britain, I'm not proud of this in the slightest. To me, this is absolutely shameful. It's disgusting that I did this, but whatever, I'm not gonna lie to you. In Sainsbury's, you go and you have all the cookies and all the bakery and stuff like that, and a lot of times, I don't know if it's the same now, but back in 2015, they would put the price on the bag and then you would have to input what the price is. I would just put it as 1 pence. So whenever I was buying food for myself, and the one thing I want to always give credit to my mom, she always made sure that I was well fed. Any money that she made from being a retail clerk at Harrods making minimum wage, or making minimum wage working front desk assistant at the NHS hospital, whatever money she made sure I was well fed. So I want to make that very clear. But whenever I bought stuff, it was pot noodle, it was the Sainsbury's cookies, and I would put the price as 1 pence. So as I said, I'm so appreciative and I'm so grateful when people come up to me and they tell me these stories, and I will always entertain it. But the reason I say all this stuff is Dubai, there's no safety, there's no security concerns. That's one of the reasons I love it. But anytime, anywhere in the world I am, except for Dubai, you may not realize, and that's kind of the whole point, but I always have my CPO, close protection officer, with me. Sometimes I have my main one, sometimes I have another one as well. Anything more than 2 security is a little ridiculous, because at that point, if you're a person that's wanted that badly, like that bad, they're gonna get you either way. So the reason I say all this stuff is just, most of last year I didn't have security. This is really like a 2022 thing. When I'm, for example, on dates with girls and I'm in the restaurant and I know that my close protection officer is at the bar, and let's say, for example, I'm walking on the street, I guess it's just a life change to know that there's someone literally 3 meters away who's literally there to make sure you're safe and security, who follows you everywhere. And I don't want this to sound like a pity party thing, but it's just life is different. And it's just different. There's no other way to put it. So I guess 2022 definitely made me realize, and I do not even want to know what it's like to be real famous, because I'm not famous. Actually, this is probably a good leeway into the last point. And the 7th and last thing I learned in 2022 is I started to really understand my